Question number 88. So take question number 88 here. So question number 88 is about multiple situations. So in this multiple situations, so we are understanding, so this will be like a revision of composition scheme. Can a supplier of service opt for composition levy? So yes, under section 10 subsection 2a, if they are engaged in supply of food, 10 subsection 1, if they are engaged in any other supply of services, then 10 subsection 2a. Can a person paying tax under composition scheme make supply of goods to SEZ? Supply of goods to SEZ is deemed interstate supply. So a person making interstate supply of goods or services cannot opt for composition scheme. So not possible in that case. Then number 3. Mohan is engaged in providing legal service in Rajasthan and is registered in the same state. Determine eligibility for composition scheme. Turnover in the preceding year does not exceed 1.5 crores. So as they are rendering legal services, so composition scheme under 10 subsection 2a is only possible. So here the turnover in the preceding year is given as does not exceed 1.5 crores. They can opt for composition scheme under 10 2a only when the turnover does not exceed 50 lakhs. Okay. Then Sugam Manufacturers has registered office in Punjab and Haryana and supplies goods in neighboring states. So they are making interstate supplies. So they are not eligible for composition scheme. Then number 5, Heartbreads Private Limited is a supplier of bakery products registered in the current financial year 2018-19 with effect from 1/10/2018, that is in the month of March. Total taxable supply of 88 lakhs. So state whether the company is eligible for composition scheme. 88 lakhs. So for the month of October, bakery products, yes, they can opt for composition scheme under section 10 subsection 1. So a person who is engaged in bakery products will also come under supply of food. So under that category they can opt for composition scheme. Continuing to the information given in 5, except that company wants to pay tax at 1% being a trader. However, Deputy Commissioner contend that the assessee is liable to pay tax at 5% under the Food and Restaurant Service Advice. See, a person who is engaged in sale of bakery products will be considered as supplier of service only, supplier of food only. So that will not be considered as sale of goods. So suppose if it is only packed items, so pre-packed items are only sold, then only they will be treated as trader. Otherwise they will be treated as restaurant service provider only. And number 7, Mr. Shankar is running a fancy store and is having a consulting firm registered under the same permanent account number. So trader as well as consulting firm. Definitely 10-1 is not possible. 10-2a only. During the earlier year the turnover was 150 lakhs. Impossible. They cannot opt for composition scheme. But see here, up to 10% limit they can render services. We will check that possibility. 150 lakhs in the grocery stores and receipts in the consulting firm was 9 lakhs. So 150 plus 9. 159 lakhs is the turnover during previous year. So then they are disqualified from the composition scheme now. So because it exceeds 150 lakhs, so they are disqualified from the composition scheme. 150 plus 9 lakhs. Suppose if it is within 150 lakhs, they can render services up to 10% of the turnover during previous year or 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. Okay. So then continuing to the information given in 7 above, except that he can opt for the composition scheme in respect of grocery store alone, though he has the consulting firm also in addition to the store. He can opt for composition scheme in respect of grocery store alone, not possible, because with respect to one business composition scheme, with respect to the other business normal scheme is not possible. Then number 9, X belongs to Karnataka, is a painter. A trade fair is organized by Maharashtra government in Mumbai from 20th January 2019 to 27th January 2019. X wants to display and sell his paintings in the Mumbai trade fair. He has not sold any of his paintings earlier. His turnover in the trade fair is not likely to be more than 10 lakhs. But he wants to opt for composition scheme. No. A person in Karnataka going to Maharashtra in a trade fair will be coming under a casual taxable person. A casual taxable person cannot opt for composition scheme. Okay. So is it compulsory for the hotels to opt for composition scheme? No, they can go for normal scheme also. But if at all they want to go for composition scheme, so that 5%, that is that question, okay. And then next, X is in the business of manufacture of pan masala. With effect from December 1, 2018, he wants to manufacture biscuits for rural market along with pan masala. He wants to opt for composition scheme with effect from December 1st. His annual turnover, no need to say anything. Manufacturer of pan masala cannot opt for composition scheme. Then number 11, Technology Enterprises registered in Jalandhar, Punjab is engaged in manufacturing computer systems. Its aggregate turnover in the preceding financial year is 125 lakhs. Technology Enterprises supplies the computer systems manufactured by it within the state of Punjab only. With a view to expand its business operations, it will also start providing the repairing service of computer systems.
The point of pan masala. So
Yes.
once one business is disqualified, the manufacturer is banned from availing for other businesses. He says.
No,
How is
not
it
possible. So if one business, suppose if he is manufacturing biscuits, with respect to that biscuits manufacturing, can he opt for composition scheme? No. So once he is disqualified from composition scheme, he is disqualified for everything else. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. And Technology Enterprises registered in Jalandhar, Punjab is engaged in manufacturing computer systems. Its aggregate turnover in the preceding financial year is 125 lakhs. Technology Enterprises supplies the computer systems manufactured by it within the state of Punjab only. So within the state. With a view to expand its business operation, it will also start providing repair services. Yes, they can continue in the composition scheme 10 subsection 1, provided the turnover of the repair services does not exceed 10% of the turnover during previous year or 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. Suppose if it goes beyond that, then they are disqualified from the composition scheme. Then 12, Messrs. Siddharth and Sons, registered in Delhi, owns a restaurant, Tasty Foods, with a turnover of 112 lakhs in the preceding financial year. In a view of growing customer demand, it will also start intra-state trading of juices in Delhi. Examine the eligibility of supplier of composition levy. So they have a restaurant and they start interstate trading of juices. Yes, they can. So they can be a trader as well as restaurant service provider. Still they can be into composition scheme section 10 subsection 1. Provided the overall aggregate turnover of these two products, that is supply of food as well as sale of juices, is not crossing 150 lakhs. Then number 13. See, logically, if you make one if you have one supply which is disqualified also, overall you are disqualified. That registration is disqualified. That's what I told you, a restaurant which is having license to sell liquor. So they are selling liquor. Liquor disqualified. They should not make non-taxable supply. Only one product is non-taxable supply, sir, let it be. But the total overall registration is not eligible for composition scheme. Then only one sale is interstate supply, sir. One product only interstate supply. Let it be. Overall registration disqualified. If one registration disqualified, other registrations also disqualified. Then Sitaram Associates, registered in Sikkim, is engaged in running a food chain, Veg Kitchen, in this state. It has a turnover of 73 lakhs in the preceding financial year. Food chain, in the current financial year, it decides to shut down the food chain owing to huge losses being incurred in the said business. Instead, it will start providing intrastate architect services. They cannot opt for composition scheme because previous year the aggregate turnover exceeds 50 lakhs. So during the current year, they cannot opt for composition scheme. So in that case, suppose if they change their permanent account number and get a different registration, so then maybe it is possible, but otherwise it is not possible with the existing permanent account number. Then point number 14, Deepti Services Limited, registered in Uttarakhand, is exclusively providing hairstyling services. It has a turnover of 34 lakhs in the preceding financial year. Yes, they can opt for composition scheme. So 10-2A, as the aggregate turnover during previous year does not exceed 50 lakhs. Will your answer be different? If Deepti Services Limited also supplying beauty products along with providing hairstyling service in the current financial year? No. So even a person who is engaged in supply of goods can also be in 10-2A. So it does not mean that they need to go for 10-1. So they can be into 10 to A, and there is no limit, 10% limit and all is not there. So 10 to A you can be doing it in any combination, but only thing the overall turnover should be within, aggregate turnover should be within 50 lakhs. So these 14 points will give you the overall revision about composition scheme, multiple points about disqualifications. You have any doubts about it here? Question number this 88. Any doubt in this?
So this 150 plus 10%, no sir, eligibility, it is not within
No. Within 150 only the 10% you can provide. Not 150 plus 10%. So previous year turnover into 10%, say 18 lakhs, which means 150 minus 18. So remaining supplies can be 132 lakhs, because the overall 150 should not cross. Okay. Then, now we are going to discuss one question, question number 90, which is a continuity of one question which we have already discussed related to input tax credit, section 18(1)(c), that B and D engaged in product P and Q, etc. So, the same question, but here the context is different. They are asking us to compute the composite tax liability and the normal tax liability. So this question is related to that. B&D company, a partnership firm is Nagpur, Maharashtra, is a wholesale supplier of taxable product P and product Q, exempt by way of notification. So one product will be taxable, another product will be exempted. While counting aggregate turnover, it will be taken, but they are a trader. Their trader will be paying GST only on the taxable turnover, not on the exempted turnover. That too 0.5% CGST, 0.5% is GST. The firm supplies these products only in the eastern part of Maharashtra, so that condition is also satisfied that they are making intrastate supplies. All the procurements of goods and services are from registered suppliers under regular scheme. So on their inward supply, they will be definitely paying GST, and they are opting for composition scheme. And the turnover for the first quarter, second quarter is there, and the bill book. This question, same, copy paste. Further, B&D company paid freight of 1,40,000 to Goods Transport Agency during the period April to October. Assume equal amount of freight is paid each month on the 10th day of each month. Also assume that the goods for which freight is paid on 10th day of the month are transported between 11th to 20th day of the month. All the amounts given are exclusive of taxes wherever applicable. Compute the GST liability ignoring ITC provisions of B&D company for the period April to October under composition scheme under subsection 1. So we need to compute their composite tax liability. So one important point you need to remember is that, so whenever a person is opting for composition scheme, okay, so whatever GST that they paid on the inward supplies under RCM, okay, that is payable at the regular rates, not at the composite rates. For example, I am a trader, I am opting for composition scheme, and on my outward supply I will be paying 0.5% CGST, 0.5% SGST. I have some inward supplies, on that I need to pay GST under RCM. So RCM is not at 0.5, RCM is the rate, RCM is at the rate applicable to that inward supply. Whatever is the applicable rate, that applicable rate I will be taking for the purpose of payment of GST. Is it clear or not? So that should be taken. So in this case, GTA services they are receiving. So when they receive GTA services, on that GTA services they need to pay GST under RCM. So that RCM liability also we need to compute. First let's see FCM liability of the B&D company. So first quarter. For the first quarter they need to pay GST only on 60 lakhs. Not on 17 lakh 65 because they are a wholesaler. So on this 1%. Whereas on this 50 lakhs also 1%, and whereas here up to this 3rd October they are under, up to this third invoice they will be under composition scheme. How? We already know the total, we already computed that in the previous question. So that is 60 lakhs plus 17 lakhs 65,000 cumulative. So 77 lakhs 65,000 plus 50 lakhs plus 17 lakhs, so that will be coming to 1 crore 44 lakh 65,000, so plus 2 lakh 3,000. So already we computed it in the previous question here, 1 crore 46 lakh 68,000 and plus 1 lakh 38,250, so that is 1 crore 48 lakh 6,250. So plus 1,06,250, that is 1,49,12,500. So then plus 92,500. So here you are going into normal. So 1,50,05,000. So therefore up to this invoice only you can be into composition scheme. So this alone will be under composition scheme. So therefore you take that invoices. So but that bills only with respect to P. So on this alone we need to pay 1%. So therefore 60 lakhs plus 50 lakhs plus 60 lakhs plus 50 lakhs plus 2 lakhs plus 1,36,000 plus 67,000, that is, so how much here this is, 2 lakhs plus 1,36,000 plus 67,000 will be 4,03,000. So 4,03,000 plus 110 lakhs. So will be 114,03,000. 114,03,000 into 1%. 1,14,030. 1,14,030. So we need to take composite tax, FCM. Composite tax is nothing but 1,14,030. So break up CGST, SGST. Whereas RCM liability they need to pay. So what is that? They received GTA services. 1,40,000 rupees is the GTA service for the period April to October. Now listen. So whether for October we need to pay GST under RCM or not. Right now, so assume equal amount of rate is paid each month on the 10th day of the each month. So in case of RCM, what will be taken as the time of supply? The date on which payment is made or 61st day from the date of invoice, whichever is earlier. Also assume that the goods for which freight is paid on 10th day of the month are transported between 11th to 20th day. That is fine. But the date on which payment is made, we don't have the 61st day from the date of invoice. So the date on which payment is made is taken, that is 10th day of each month. Which means that right now October liability will not come because we are paying tax for the first quarter and the second quarter. So therefore for the first quarter and second quarter, if you see, what will be the liability? So third quarter there is no RCM liability. So you need to report it quarter wise. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. 3 quarters there will be composite tax liability. But the RCM liability is only in quarter 1, quarter 2. What is that? So 1,40,000 divided by 7. 7 only, no. April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 7 months. So divided by 7. 20,000. First quarter 3 months into 3. That is 60,000. On that we need to pay GST at the rate of 5%. So 3,000 rupees is the RCM liability for the first quarter, and second quarter it will be 3,000. So third quarter you don't have to pay any RCM liability when you are under composition scheme. So this computation alone, if you show, that will be sufficient for this. So this is an extension for that 18(1)(c). So see the answer. So we need to do it quarter wise. Quarter ended 30th June, quarter ended 30th September, quarter ended December. So we are computing the composite liability. Then only in the first 2 cases we are computing. Okay. And this is with respect to the computation of the liability in case of question number 90. Okay.